Saw 2, The Return of Jigsaw. Um, re- Released by Lionsgate and Twisted Pictures. Released October 28th, 2005. Starring Tobin Bell. It was written by Lee Whannell and co-written and directed by Darren Lynn Bousman, who has also done other weird films like Repo, The Genetic Opera, and Saint Agatha, to name a few. Had a $4 million budget and it made over $147.7 million at the box office. Pretty good for a sequel. Did better than the first one. Um, but so when this film first came out, I absolutely hated it. But I finally sat down and watched it again and actually realized how clever it is. Um, yeah, Saw 2 basically follows Officer Eric, who's trying to find his son who is kidnapped and stuck in Jigsaw's dungeon. So, of a whole pile of other people who've done bad deeds who are trying to, where he's basically trying to teach him a lesson. And you follow both two timelines and how how all of them end up there. Just like the first one, it sort of you learn throughout the film why each one's there and stuff. This one has some of the start. They start doing some of the more intricate, weird traps in this, like the gun in the peephole, or the girl who puts her hands through sharp glass blades to get to a heroin needle because she needs her heroin, or he makes a former addict jump in to a whole pile of needles to find an antidote in a certain timeline, and she's getting pricked by all them needles and stuff. It is very well thought out and an intricate film. Uh, Overall, acting's pretty good. There is a couple where it's just like pointless characters, just so they could have a cool incineration scene and stuff. But the acting, for the most part, is pretty good. Some like I was, the throwaway actors basically have some wooden sort of acting in it, but yeah, yeah, and they put in like a couple random throwaway characters here and there, but still, overall, the it is a good, engaging film. You see more of the puppet Billy and stuff like that, so that's always good to see. I like that creepy laugh he does and stuff, makes and stuff. It's a pretty intricate, well-rounded film for the Saw series. It's a great entry. They could have closed it off right there because spoiler alert, Jigsaw gets caught at the end, but they definitely pushed it much further later on in the franchise. But for a second sequel, they really did well. It was a really good one, and for the rare time, I'm actually going to give this one a 5 out of 5 as well. It's a must see in my book. Watch them back to back, perfect double viewing. So especially like torture films and stuff. But yeah, and yeah, this is one of the ones where it keeps it subtle and doesn't go off the rails too much. So definitely worth checking out, worth sitting through. It's a really good one. Um, yeah, I'm not going to go too much in their backstories and stuff like that. A lot of these films do tend to point out how stupid humanity can be, which I love to see in movies because a lot of humans are pretty dumb, believe it or not. So yeah, just look at the coronavirus and look how many people aren't wearing masks still, stuff. But yeah, so yeah, good entry, great sequel. Definitely lives up. Definitely check it out. I'm not going to say much more. Just turn it on. If you haven't seen it, trailer's linked down below. Check it out. And also my Instagram is linked down below, so make sure you follow me there and check out my story because I post clips of films I'm going to review in the future on my story there. So make sure you do that. Make sure you follow me there. And make sure you subscribe because I'm going to be talking about the third one next, so I might as well keep up with the franchise, right? So make sure you subscribe to my channel. Like this video if you really want to, share it if you really want to. Comment down below if you've seen this. Do you agree that it was a really good sequel? Do you disagree that was it a really bad sequel in your opinion? Let me know. I'd love to hear about it. Also, comment other films that if there's other films that you want me to if you want to hear my opinions on, comment those down below and I'll review them as soon as I can. So, but I'm gonna move on to Saw 3 where it gets a little ridiculous. So let's get to it. I'll see you in the next review.